Hi, good afternoon. So I'm just short of Fort William at the moment, and I've just come over on the Corran Ferry, which is free for pedestrians and cyclists. And the plan today and tomorrow is to do a 60-mile circular cycle, which in normal circumstances would be a good day out, but I'm going to spread it over 2 days and we're going to have a camp along as well. I think this is just about the only part of the UK that's not got any rain, which makes a change. So let's get on this bike now, get into this headwind, because the first part of the day is the biggest climb on the whole circular. Let's get on and do it, eh? Right, so I don't know how far I've got to go down this road. I think it's probably around about 4 miles, something like that. Then I've got this quite massive climb which goes over to Strontian, and it's the biggest and practically the only climb of the whole loop. And fantastic news is I've just got off the ferry and that headwind's just turned into a tailwind, so with a bit of luck it shall help blow me up this hill. But I'm going to I've just taken a couple of layers off, and then we'll pick this up towards the bottom of the hill. But in the meantime, let's get a couple of let's get some film of the surrounding areas. The hills are fantastic. So like I said, it's kind of a weather reversal across the UK, because usually here in the sort of like southern West Highlands, if you like, it's pouring down. All it does is rain, 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 rain. But it would appear that, well, looking at the forecast last night, that just about everywhere in the UK is getting poured down on, including the British Open at Liverpool, and there's a test match going on somewhere. I think that's going to be rained off, just as English dudes were looking to be doing decent. But here, I mean, look at the beaches, it's fantastic. Lovely, lovely weather. We'll take this. Fingers crossed it stays like this all the way around. We'll be very happy campers. Right, I'm about 8 miles in now, and I think this is the start of the climb. And if research is correct, it's about a mile long and takes most folk 30 minutes to 45 minutes to complete. So wish me luck. Right, I'm up that 2 miler, and that one the hill. This one I've just done is an absolute doddle compared to the one I've still to do, but the wind's still behind me, so all being well, it should help me up the next one, which is much bigger. Anyway, that got the heart going, so all good. So just check that, and that's 300 foot that, and steady gradients around 6-7%. But the big one that I've got to do is over 1100 feet, and it's much steeper. So that's in about 6 more miles. So 10 miles so far, nice and steady. Wind at my back, perfect. .22 miles an hour. Oh, I'll put some new tyres on my bike, so there's a little bit less resistance. These are I can't remember what they're called. That's what they're called. .18 mile in now, and I'm on the main climb. So it was around about 3 miles, steady to start with, and then it hits some really serious slopes, but they're close at the top. And if I have to do a bit of pushing, that's not so bad. It takes a bit of pressure off, if you know what I mean. But there's a small river there, so I've just stopped to top my water bottles up, and then I'm good really. Ideally I want to kind of get beyond 30 miles today, so another, I don't know, 12-15 miles or something like that today. But once we get onto the gravel track, it should be a lot quieter, and then there should be good camping. I mean, there's been great camping spots all the way around so far. Right, onwards and upwards. I've got 1.6 miles of uphill still to do. Just over 20 miles done now, and at the top of the climb of the whole route, so that's about 1100 feet. A bit of pushing, I got to about 14% and I couldn't do any more, and it got to just below 20% according to my pooter, and that's fine, isn't it? I mean, overall, all round exercise, that's what we're talking about. Alright, good news is I've got a big downhill stint, and then I'm not 100% certain, but then I think we hit gravel. Another 10 miles or so, we'll start looking for a camp. I'm off the tarmac now and I'm onto the gravel, so just short of 25 miles in, and I'm pretty sure now we're on gravel for, I don't know, it might be, I don't know, miles, and then we're going to run along the, I think it's along the shoreline of Loch Shiel, so different terrain. Stop for a second. 28 miles. Look, the cottage behind me, it doesn't look like it's in use, but wait till you see the view they've got. I mean, if I had a view like this, I'd build a cottage here too. Absolutely beautiful. What a beautiful place, eh? I'm 32 miles in now, still on this fire road, which is, heaven if you're into riding on gravel. I'm not used to it, so it's beating me up a bit, but it's good training, isn't it, for the future events. But yeah, if you're into gravel, well, it's not only your legs that'll get stiff doing this. Lovely hills. I tell you what, you know, it's okay, we love trees, don't we, but that would be an absolutely spectacular view if they weren't there. You've got the loch just down in the bottom, but you can't see it, and there ain't many views. I mean, there was that view back at the cottage, which was lovely, and I think if there were a bit more views, it'd be, you know, it'd distract you a little bit, but I've got to get used to it. We're 32 miles in, we've been going for 3.5 hours nearly, and we've done 2,600 foot of ascent, so to say I've not been doing a great deal of cycling, this is a good shift. But I am now on the lookout for a camp, so I keep dipping down towards the loch, but it's all stone. It's but if I see any grass platform, I'm having it. Only 2 minutes ago I was chuntering about tree cover, stopping the views, and I come round this corner and look at this. Absolutely, I've never seen a view like this. This is staggering. This is right up there with Kintail, is this. It took some getting to, but by gum, it's worth it. There's some flat pieces of grass down there. Now if I can get down there, don't know if you can see them, if I can get down there, that could be the camp spot for the night. There's a hill, I think that's just up side of the track now. If I could get on top of that, that won't be too bad either. It'd offer me a bit of breeze just in case the midge came out in the morning. And if they're in, it's only 2 minutes to cycle back down. I'm going to go up and have a look at that. Home for the night. So just a little bit further on. So that was a little mound I was looking at. But there's a little shallow spot here, which is dry. It's a bit lumpy, but my airbed will take it out of me. I'm gubbed. So let's get that tent up and rest these weary legs. That's me all up now. The X-Mid Pro 1 as usual, and I've got Team 4 class for the sleeping system, the bed and the bag. And I brought a liner just in case. I don't know, it's been dropping down to like 6 degrees overnight just last couple of weeks. So a little bit of insurance, plus I'm tired, so I'll probably get a bit of a chill, but I'm going to feed well. And then obviously the best view, pretty much. I mean, if this were an hotel, what would you charge for a view like this? A few £100 a night? I think more. I'm going to have a lie down for 10 minutes, have a drink of water, and then I shall review my day. Just after 6 o'clock now, so I'm going to have something to eat. Tonight it's going to be pasta pronto. And for a bit of extra zing, we've got some Dolmio stirred-in pasta sauce, which is smoked bacon, tomato. Beautiful. I'm ready for this, don't you know? Oh, that's good as that. That's me all fed now. That was very tasty indeed. 20 past 6. I'm going to relax now, I think, and listen to a bit of music and chill out. I can't imagine I'm going to have too much of a late night. after his exertions today, but struck lucky really with it. Absolutely fantastic place to camp. I was completely unaware that this was here. It's fantastic, and it's all mine, all mine. Very content person, very content. Right, I'm about done now. I am going to lay down and can you hear that? A little bit of pendulum. Anyway, I'm going to listen to that until I doze off. How can you doze off to that? I should listen to something more soothing, shouldn't I? Anyway, less of this rambling. Let's have one last look around this beautiful, beautiful camp spot before the midge come and get me. I'll pick this up again with you in the morning at some time. See you tomorrow. Morning. It's been a windy one. It's been rattling the tent all night, so not the best of night's sleep, but I'm warm enough, that's alright. I didn't really need my line or anything like that, just had the bag draped over me, so that's okay. But very windy, very noisy. We'll get some porridge and a coffee down us and that'll sort us out. Just gonna have a walk down to a short waterfall. About 10 minutes away. Just to top my water bottles up. So the good news about having a decent wind about is no condensation in the tent, which is good, and no midges, which is even better. But the bad news, I'm going to be stuck with a block headwind for the next 4 miles at least, until I turn the corner. So I think the trick is here is just to take my time really and just spin it out. On the bike, 7:15. Crikey, I'm blowing just pushing my bike away from tent. Right, all packed up, so around about 4 miles I think. It's going to be tough. It's a bit blowy. Let's get it done. Off the gravel now, I'm just about to turn right onto the main road just south of Glenfinnan. So I think there's about 5 miles on the road now, so lights on. It's still early, it's 5 to 8, so there shouldn't be too much traffic around, and then we can get back off this main road. We'll pick this up a bit further down. Right, I'm off the main road now. So this is single track now all the way back round to Corran. Basically on the other side of Loch Shiel and Fort William, so this should be quite a pleasant cycle down here at this time of day. 8:15, there shouldn't be too many people around, and with a bit of luck that wind will get behind me. I think the ferry service starts in 15 minutes, so perfect timing actually. Probably take me about an hour to get around there. Right, let's pick up some of the sights and sounds on the way back to this ferry. Beautiful day, by the way. Just taking a break. I've got this kind of, it's like a south easterly road, and that headwind kind of like a cross headwind. It's tiring me out, so I just saw this picnic bench and I thought I'm going to have a piece of this. Just have 5 minutes, and you just need to go down this road, not far, probably about another 3 or 4 miles, and then it turns right, and I think I shall get a bit of assistance then. Ooh. At last, a tailwind. Hey, so this should take me all the way down to the ferry now, and it does look like I've got a little bit of a tailwind, which is gonna, well, it's gonna just finish this ride perfectly, isn't it? It's just nice. It's tired me out as that last I don't know, I think I've done about 18 miles this morning, so predominantly that were a headwind, so this is nice. Right, down towards the ferry. Timing's absolutely perfect. I just arrived back just as the ferry was loading, so this is perfect timing. So 28 miles this morning back here, and as you can see, it's been a bit of a blustery one. My undercarriage is a little scuffed, other than that, perfect. So I've really enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. It's a while since I've done a bike ride like that, and the camp was okay last night apart from the wind. It was very windy and not the best sleep, but anyway, thoroughly enjoyed that. Hope you did. Thanks for coming along with me. If you liked it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, says we like them, and I'll see you next time.